For the past 600 days of my hardcore world, my nether portal has looked like this. It's definitely time for an upgrade. So today, the plan is to make an insane nether hub. This is going to be the biggest project I've taken on in this world so far. From breaking over 1,000 pieces of bedrock to building the largest structure I've ever built in Minecraft. So let's get to work. We have a lot of things to do. The first thing we have to do for this nether hub is break a ton of bedrock. Breaking bedrock is pretty straightforward, with the main ingredient being TNT. I've done some math and I need to break over 1,300 pieces of bedrock. With 2 TNT per bedrock, that means I'll need at least 42 stacks. And since I'll probably mess up a few times, I'm gonna round that up to 45 stacks. That's 180 stacks of sand and 225 stacks of gunpowder. My ghast farm isn't nearly fast enough to get all that gunpowder, so we're gonna have to build a creeper farm. The first thing we need for this farm is 20 cats. I only really have to get 2 because then I can just breed the rest. So I'm gonna grab some fish real quick. There we go, 1 stack should be more than enough. Now, there weren't any cats next to my villagers, but there are 2 villages next to my base, so hopefully I can find some cats here. Oh, I see one. It's trapped right here. Look at that. It's perfect. Hello, cat. Now we just have to get 1 more. Oh, and look at that. There's 3 cats over here. This is amazing. And now that I have all these guys back, I'm gonna bring them over to where I'm gonna build the farm. And it's gonna go just over here. This right here is gonna be my future industrial district, and in the next video, I'm gonna be building a ton of farms here. So make sure to subscribe so you don't miss it. All right, let's get these guys breeding. Now we have even more cats. And now I just have to repeat the same thing until I get 20 cats. The cat army is slowly growing. I'm up to 10 now. And as I was waiting for the cats to cool down, I went ahead and collected all the blocks that I need to build this creeper farm. And although the cats don't need to be name tagged, I'm gonna name all of them after 20 commenters on my last video. If you want to be named after something in this world, just leave a comment. And there we go. That's 20 cats. Let's start building this thing now. First, I'm gonna need some building blocks, some trapdoors, and everything for the collection system. First, I have to build up the outline, and then right down here is where the collection system's gonna go. And then I can extend the tunnel going out this way and place water on the end right here. And there we go. That's the collection system all done. Let's get back to working on the farm. Let's grab 2 cats. One of them's gonna go right here, and the other one's gonna go over here. Now I can add my carpets to prevent spiders, and then enclose this entire thing with trapdoors. And there we go. That's 1 layer done. But before I add any more layers, I'm gonna go up here and build an AFK platform because I want to see if this farm even works. I'll have to quickly fly back to the storage cave, grab some scaffolding, and tower up 120 blocks above the collection system. Okay, here we are. And now let's see if any creepers are coming down. Okay, it doesn't look like it's working. I think I might be too high up. All right, I've moved the AFK platform down a few blocks. Let's see if it works this time. Oh wait, there we go. All right, the farm works. Let's build 10 more platforms now. And there we go. That's all 10 layers done. I also turned on the despawn sphere from my AFK platform, and everything down here that's inside the circle, I have to light up. And this is to make sure that nothing can spawn down here at nighttime. And we should be good to go. Let's test it out and see how fast it is. Oh, there they are. Whoa, okay. It actually works pretty good. It's definitely a lot faster than just 1 layer. But before I AFK up here for a few hours to get all of my gunpowder, I still have 1 more thing to get, and that's 180 stacks of sand, which is just over 6 shulker boxes. I already have 2 shulker boxes worth in this chest right here, so that just leaves me with 4 shulker boxes to collect. And to make things go a little bit faster, I'm gonna bring my allays with me. Hello, friends. All right, I've let these guys off their leads, and now I can start collecting up the 4.5 shulker boxes of sand that I need. That honestly took way less time than I thought it would, and I cleared out this entire area super quick. These 4 allays definitely made it a lot faster. And there we go. Now that I have 1 ingredient taken care of, it's time to AFK at the creeper farm and get those 225 stacks of gunpowder. I hope this doesn't take too long. Okay, it's the next day. Let's go see how much gunpowder I managed to get. I still see a bunch of creepers flowing in. Okay, we have 1 double chest, 2 double chests, 3 double chests, 4 double chests, 5 double chests, and a half. 5.5 double chests. And here it all is, 9 entire shulker boxes. And I still have 1.5 double chests left over. I can't believe how well this farm works. But now that I have that gathered up, I can grab all of my gunpowder, and with all of my sand, craft it all up into TNT. That took a super long time to craft up, but now I have 45.5 stacks of TNT. And now to craft up a few pistons, grab some levers, some building blocks, and some trapdoors. And this is everything I need to break the over 1,300 blocks of bedrock for this nether hub. So let's head over to the nether and get this done. I'm gonna make my way up onto the roof, and I already have everything outlined, and now I can start setting up the contraption. It looks something like this. Then we go underneath the trapdoor, flick the lever, and then right here in this gap, we spam click a piston. And once the TNT explodes, then the bedrock is broken. And now I just have to do that 1,300 more times. I'm scared. This is gonna take so long. After 4 days of breaking bedrock, I just have 1 piece left. And this right here is bedrock number 1322. Let's break it. And there we go, we're all done. And now it's on to the next step, which is collecting 130 stacks of glass. I used every last bit of my sand to craft up the TNT, so I sold the iron from the iron farm to my villagers to get emeralds, and used that to buy glass. I already did this after I finished breaking all the bedrock, and here it all is. But now we have to turn all this glass into stained glass. I need 47 stacks of purple stained glass, 35 stacks of gray glass, 31 stacks of magenta glass, 8 stacks of black glass, and 7 stacks of light blue glass. And now that I have that done, it's on to the next item. And that's 59 stacks of stripped warp logs. I don't have a warp stem farm just yet, so we're gonna have to do this the old-fashioned way. And that's gonna be to find a warped forest and chop down all the trees. All these have to be stripped, so I'm gonna strip them before I chop them down to make things go a little bit faster. And after chopping down this entire warped forest, I finally have all the stems that I need. Now, the next item that I need is 21 stacks of basalt. And right next to this warped forest, there's a basalt delta, which is perfect. 21 stacks of basalt. Here we go. That went super quick, and now that I have this basalt, I have all the bulk items that I need for this nether hub. The rest of the items that I need to get are pretty easy. I first have to head to the end, since I need 3 stacks of end rods. Collecting all these end rods by hand would take way too long, so instead I'm going to gather up 3 stacks of chorus fruit, and now I can put all these into my furnaces to make popped chorus fruit. And now with 3 stacks of blaze rods, I can craft up some end rods. Oh wait, it gives you 4. There we go, I have 4 stacks now. I didn't even know you could craft end rods till a few months ago, so if you also didn't know, then you're welcome. But now I have my 3 stacks of end rods, and now it's time for the rest of the items. I need 16 stacks of black concrete, 5 stacks of light blue wool, 76 respawn anchors, and enough glowstone to charge them all the way, 7 stacks of smooth quartz blocks, 15 stacks of blackstone, some chains and some soul lanterns, 20 stacks of crying obsidian, and 7 stacks of regular obsidian, and lastly, a lodestone. And there we have it. After days of preparation, these 14 shulker boxes are everything that I'll need to make this nether hub. So now it's finally time to build this thing. First, I need to head back to the nether and tear down my old portal, since this thing is getting a huge upgrade. Okay, now that I have my shulkers all organized, I'm going to build up a few blocks like this and start placing a bunch of purple glass. And this right here is where I'm going to put the center of the nether hub. I'm going to layer purple glass with magenta glass 10 blocks high until it gives this cool fog effect. Now, I'm only 5 layers in, but you can already start to see how it's going to look. As the layers go higher and higher, it's going to get foggier and foggier until the point where you can't see anything underneath. And I think it's going to turn out so good. All right, I just have a few layers left, and you can already see it's really starting to come together. The fog effect looks super good, and it's almost perfect. I just need a couple more layers. And there it is, the completed floor. It looks so good, and you can't even see the bottom, which makes it look even better. But now that I have this center area done, I'm gonna expand the floor in every direction to make this nether hub even bigger. Now, to make this floor, I'm gonna use some blackstone and some basalt, and I'm gonna put it 2 blocks below the floor and make it into this random looking pattern. And there we go. Now that I have the floor done, I'm just gonna add a layer of gray glass on top of all of this. All of the gray glass is put down, and the next thing I need is my respawn anchors and some smooth quartz blocks, since I'm gonna be placing all of my respawn anchors right here around the center. Now I gotta grab all my glowstone and charge all of these up to the max. I slightly miscalculated the amount of glowstone that I would need, so I'm back here at my cleric villagers buying just a bit more. And now I can get the last of these all charged up, and everything is good to go. This floor is turning out super good, and these respawn anchors look really cool too. But now that I have the floor mostly complete, I'm gonna start working on the walls. And this is what I'm gonna use all of these stripped warp stems for. Okay, here's the progress so far, and it's looking really good. I have all of the arches done. Now, before I continue with the walls going all the way up, I'm going to build these arches first. And to do that, I'm going to need some smooth quartz, some black concrete, and some crying obsidian. Each arch is going to look something like this. There's going to be quartz around the outside, crying obsidian on the inside, and since I don't know what's going to go on the other side of these archways just yet, I'm putting black concrete for now. Now that we have one done, it's time to build the rest. And there we go, all of the arches are done, and they look super cool, but now it's time for the roof. You can see up here that I already started blending some warped planks up into here, and as it goes higher up, there's going to be more and more warped planks, and it's going to be kind of a gradient. I'm not sure how that's going to look just yet, but I'm going to try it out and see if it looks good. Gotta get rid of all these ghasts, because otherwise they'll blow up my nether hub. And now it's time to keep building. And there we go. That's all the walls and the roof complete. And I think this gradient actually turned out pretty good. I like how it looks. But now I'm going to fly back up here and I'm going to add some accent around the top like this. I'm going to try to make it look like the arches. So there's going to be some quartz like this, and then on top there's going to be some crying obsidian. And I think that's going to look pretty cool. So let's get to building. And there we go. That's the roof entirely complete. And this is turning out so good. But we still haven't built the main thing in this nether hub, and that's the portal. It's going to go right here in the center. And this portal is going to be enormous. It's going to go all the way up to the bedrock roof. So let's grab all of my obsidian, tear down this old portal real quick. And before we build the portal, I'm going to grab all of this right here, including my lodestone. And right here on this crying obsidian is the center. I'm going to place down a polished deep slate, 4 stairs around it, as well as 4 walls. And then on top will go the lodestone. Now I can take my compass and right click it on it, and we get an advancement, country load, take me home. And I brought this anvil with me. That way I can rename this to Nether Hub. And now when I'm in the nether, as long as I have this compass, I'll never get lost. Wait a second, let's actually grab 4 lanterns like this, and I think it'll look good if I add them on top. Yeah, that looks pretty cool. But now that I have this done, it's time to build the giant portal around it. And there we go, that's 1 portal. This is as tall as a portal can possibly be, so I'm gonna have to build 2 portals. Let's fly back up here, and I'm gonna go up a few blocks like this, and then start the next portal right up here. And that's the 2 portals done. Right now they look pretty weird, so I'm gonna add some crying obsidian and some more obsidian to blend them together, because having just 2 big boxes like this would not look good at all. So I'm gonna grab my end rods and the rest of my crying obsidian and obsidian. All right, this is what the bottom looks like, and I'm gonna repeat this on the top and bottom of every portal, and I think it should blend them together pretty nicely. And there we go, that's the center portal all done. I think it looks really good. Using some more obsidian, crying obsidian, and end rods to blend them together actually worked out pretty good. But I'm not done yet. This portal still looks kind of boxy, so I'm gonna add 2 glass spirals going around it. So I'm gonna grab the rest of my glass, as well as some light blue wool, and now it's time to build these spirals. I think it's gonna be kind of hard to get them all built up, but it's gonna be worth it because it's gonna look really good in the end. Okay, here's the progress on the first spiral, and already it looks really good. I can't wait until both are done. This is gonna be so cool. But that's enough staring. Let's keep on building. Spiral number 1 is complete, and now it's time to start on spiral number 2. And there it is, both spirals complete. It was pretty tricky to get these things all built, but it looks really good. There's still one more thing that I have to do to call this nether hub complete, and that's to grab my chains and lanterns and add some hanging lanterns to the roof up here, because right now it looks a little plain up there, so hopefully this will make it look better. And there we go, I've added all the lanterns, and it actually looks pretty good because it adds just a little bit of light to the ceiling and makes it look less dark. But now with that done, there's only one thing left to do, and that's to light the portals. I'm gonna grab out my trusty flint and steel, make my way up to the top right here. First, we're gonna light the 4 portals up here, and then I'm gonna fly down and light the 4 portals down here. And there we go. All the portals are lit. Let's see how it looks. Whoa, this looks so cool. This was such a fun project, and I really hope you guys like this build. Let me know what you think in the comments. But that's gonna be all for me today, guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye-bye. I cannot believe how long this took, but this is so sick.